Hey everybody, 90s Pokemon Collector here, and today I'm going to go over New Jersey Collecticon pickups I had and what I thought about the show, and I actually got scammed on one of the cards I bought, which I'm pissed, but I'm getting my money back, so it doesn't matter. But New Jersey Collecticon was awesome show, way more busy than I thought it would be. I think there's at least 50,000 people that went through that show during that day. I stayed there for about 3 hours and it was packed. I'm talking about shoulder to shoulder packed the whole time you're walking through. Um, I was looking for WotC era cards. The one thing that I noticed was that there was 70 to 80, I would even say 80% of the whole show was modern, which was like, to me, modern is like the past 10-ish years worth of cards. Probably everything like, and the majority of that was probably like 2020 to now. So like COVID era, 2019, 2020 to now. But I'll go over what I got. I didn't get much. I did make a lot of really good sales. But let's just go over what I got. Obviously, don't want to waste your guys' time. But New Jersey Collecticon, here's probably my biggest hit of the Collecticon. Was a Dark Alakazam Hollow First Edition Team Rocket PSA 10. So as you guys know, I'm trying to finish this set in PSA 10 First Edition. Super hard set to complete, crazy expensive. I got this card for $375 cash, plus I traded in Japanese Dragonite Game Boy PSA 10 from 1998. That card is, and that card's about $300. So this card goes for just over $700 last couple sales. So I'm super happy with that trade because that Dragonite that I got, I actually flipped up to that card at one of the previous shows I've been to a few months ago, from basic non expensive card. So I flipped my way. So technically I got like $300 credit to this card. So I'm super happy with this. I still need about, I would say, 40% of this set left to complete, which is not bad because a lot of them aren't hollows, thankfully. Here's another one. Here's a Dark Hypno Hollow First Edition PSA 10. I just love this Team Rocket set, and that's why I'm really hoping to complete it. Obviously, they all have to be Gem Mint 10s First Edition. So I'm super close to finishing, at least getting halfway through, I would say, the Hollow set. But I got all the base set, all the base cards down, which is cool. Here's another one I got, which is a Japanese one. I thought this card was so freaking cool. This is a Rocket Zapdos Hollow. This is from Gym 2. But on the English side, this is Gym Challenge. So I love the hollow patterns on these Japanese cards. And I do have the Moltres, which is not Gym 2. Moltres was actually in the first Japanese gym. So I do have the Moltres of these. I just think they're so cool. Here's another Team Rocket card I saw. I was looking for this one in English version. I could not find one in the entire show. Just because, look at the hollow pattern on this. Look at that sparkle. Look at that shine. It's just unbelievable. I love these WotC era Japanese hollows because they're just so good. This is a CGC 10. I wish it was PSA, but I do need this card in English First Edition PSA 10. I was looking for it throughout the whole entire show. Could not find one. Here's another card that I needed for the set that I bought at the show. This card I got at absolute steal. So this is the First Edition PSA 10 Dark Gloom. This card sells around $50 to $70. I got this card for $20 at the show. A $20 bill. At the end of the show, I saw people, this one booth was packing up and people need to make sales because they got to pay for their table. So I'm assuming that he didn't have that many sales because he still had his case, or whatever you want to call it, his glass case, or was pretty full. So I mean, obviously he probably made trades. So I was like, hey, need this card, $20 bill. It's all I got. He said, I'll do it. So obviously I'm going to take it. So super happy. This is probably the cheapest card I got overall for the whole entire set, because even the base card, so obviously this is what you want to call second level because it's a diamond, um, but the base cards I got for 40-50 bucks. So the fact that I got a Dark Gloom, so like the Oddish evolves from, was like $40. So the fact that I got its evolution in Gloom for 20 bucks, absolute steal. Um, but those are the only cards that I got. I mean, I was looking, I went through every single booth. So these are the two big heavy hitters that I got for this set. Surprisingly, they're both psychic. But I was looking everywhere. So I traded in. I had 13 Gray Hat Pikachu's promo cards that were. I traded those in. I traded a whole bunch. I made like around $1,400 in cash from my random cards that I had that I did not care about. That I just got over the years through like trading, collecting, just random stuff that I really didn't care. Because obviously you don't want to always spend your hard-earned money, so like you want to try to make trades and everything to get the cards you don't care about for profit or assets. So I had over a grand, so like $1,300 in cash after I bought these from the ones I sold. So I was looking everywhere. I was like, oh man, the only hollow Team Rocket card other than these two that were at the show that I needed was a hollow first edition PSA 10, obviously Dragonite hollow, and his price tag on that was over $2,000, and there's no way I was gonna pay for a card that's not worth over $2,000, because that he was super inflated when you look at the last sales, and he wasn't budging. So I said, whatever, it is what it is. I'm not gonna fight you. It's your card. Obviously, you can sell it for what you want to sell it for. Um, but I was kind of not depressed, but I was kind of beat that I really wanted to find more of these cards because I had the cash. I had $1,400 in cash from trades and sales that I made. So I wanted to try to complete this hollow set as much as I could. Well, unfortunately, I couldn't. So these were the only two hollow cards plus the Gloom. So three cards that I made. Wanted more, but I still need a lot. So, for example, I have a set, a list checklist technically of what I needed. So, I mean, I still needed that, like we said, that Slowbro Hollow. Obviously Charizard. I have the non-Charizard Hollow, but the Charizard Hollow is like $3,700 right now. Which, to be honest, I really don't want to spend. I want that to be like one of my last two cards. Excuse me. Because obviously you guys know the Magneton is the hardest card to get there, and that card's like $6,000-7,000. So I need the Hollow Arbok, Hollow Blastoise, Hollow Charizard, Hollow Dragonite. So those are like your Blastoise, Charizard, Dragonite, Magneton. Those are your heavy hitters. Need the Doug Trio. Need Vileplume. And then the one card I got ripped off on was a Dark Weezing. So I do have a non-hollow of this card that I need to get resealed because it broke. It cracked in shipping, so I bought this off of eBay. But one of the tables had this card. Well, he said he had this card in hollow form, first edition PSA 10. And I said, awesome. Where's it at? I'll buy it. Let me look at it. He said, oh, I don't have it on me. It's at home. I said, okay, no problem. Do you have an eBay store? Like, I'm assuming you're trustworthy. And if I buy it through eBay, I'm not buying it through Venmo or whatever, and then he can do whatever he wants with that money. So he said, yeah, it's on eBay. Here's my eBay link, whatever. And I looked at it, saw it on eBay. I bought it, ran from him, and said, here, I'm buying it right now. I bought this hollow version of this card, PSA 10 first edition, for $160. I thought that's a field deer. The card goes for about like right around there, up to like 220, 240 max. So not that huge of a difference. And he said, all right, perfect. I'll ship it to you. He ships me this card. Well, this is my card, but the same exact card, but a different a different PSA case because obviously it won't have the same number. And I was like, wait a minute, this isn't hollow. So I messaged him. I said, hey, buddy, your post was a hollow post. You sent me a non-hollow. Everyone makes mistakes because the hollow of this Dark Weezing is probably the worst hollow of all Pokemon. And honestly, you can barely even see it. And he said, oh, sorry about that. I'll send you the hollow. I was like, all right, perfect. We all make mistakes. No problem. A couple days go by. I reach out, hey, man, did you send that card out? Just want to double check before, because obviously if he doesn't send it out, I'm going to put an eBay return. And he's like, hey, man, I never had that card. I shipped you that card that was in the picture, which was the hollow version. No returns. And I was like, what? Excuse me? Like, no, you didn't. I opened it up. I kept the card, obviously, and then the envelope that he sent the card in. So I had a picture of his address, his name. Reached out to eBay, and I said, hey, this guy's trying to BS me. He's trying to play me. And then they said, all right, put a case in. I put a case in within 24 hours. I got the case going through, and I literally all I had to do was ship the card back. So the card should be delivered to his house today or tomorrow. I'll get my money back right through eBay because they'll take the money out of his account. But then he, reached back out to me. He said, oh, I'm so, like, he was trying to play it off, but ended up finding out he's a scammer. I looked at his eBay reviews. He's like, which doesn't make sense to me because I didn't look at reviews. I looked at like eBay score, said 100%. And then it had over 100 stars or whatever. And I was like, oh, this guy's good. And then I looked at the reviews because I wasn't looking at the reviews while I was there because I'm assuming, he's good. 0 reviews. So I was like, how do you have 0 reviews but have over 100 plus sales? And like that eBay star, that blue star, or whatever you want to call it. And he was a member from 2009, it said on eBay. So I was like, how does this make sense? So I'm assuming he was a scammer. He got like all the bad reviews removed or whatever. So I was like, all right, whatever. Next time I see this dude at a show, I'm not going to beat him up. I mean, I'm 6'3", 260. I'll beat his butt, but I'm not going to do it. But I'm going to put some fear into him, make sure he knows, hey, don't mess with the community, man. Like, we're all hardworking people. I mean, we're not rich. We just want to buy what we can afford. Don't try to scam us. I mean, there's enough scamming in this industry anyway. So I really hope I see him at one of these local shows again because I'm going to give him a good talking to. But I'm pissed because I was like, I need this card in hollow anyway. So I'm still looking for this card in hollow PSA 10. So if any of you guys have it, please let me know. I will buy it off of you. But I'm almost done. So all the base cards of the set is done. If you guys want to see what I have for that collection, my first video on this YouTube channel shows what I had at that point. I added a few cards since then. As you can tell, I just added 3 more. But at that point in time, that video shows what I had in the first edition PSA 10 Team Rocket set. So if you haven't seen that video, go watch it. It's awesome. I love this collection. And with the news of the new Team Rocket coming out, hopefully next year, if that's a good set, maybe I'll collect that one too, because I want to do Team Rocket Returns after I finish this set, because Team Rocket Returns is way better set than this is, but so is the cost. So, I mean, it's going to be good. So I hope you guys liked it. Collecticon was awesome. I loved Collecticon New Jersey. I thought it was great. I just wish it had way more vintage than it did, because 80% of it was all modern, which to me, I don't care about. But obviously little kids, other adults, they love that stuff, which is fine. That's supply and demand. That's just the way it goes. But I just wish that they had a little bit more vintage. But I thought it was a great show, great atmosphere, no issues. There wasn't any problems. People were polite. So I'm definitely going to go to the next Collecticon that's in the area, especially if it's back in New Jersey. I'm in PA, so I'm Pennsylvania, so I hope they have one near Philly, because I'm about 35 minutes from Philadelphia. But I hope you guys liked it. I know this was a short video. Wish it was longer, but unfortunately, like I said, I had the cash to buy cards. The cards just weren't there. There was just no Team Rocket vintage WotC era. So sorry about that. I wish there was, because I would have bought it. But I hope you guys liked the video. Stay tuned. I'm definitely going to start getting some more into this collection. Hopefully some rarer cards. As you can tell, it's like these cards are Probably you're looking about $1,500 total in here for this purchase, which isn't bad. Still a lot of money, but isn't too bad. But hope you guys liked it. Please like, subscribe, comment. Let's talk. I'll answer every comment. I mean, I don't have many to no friends in this community, so the more friends I can have with you guys, the better. I mean, that's what it's all about. Collecting is not just for you. It's to me back to what Pokemon was in the 90s when we were all outside with our binders collecting, trading, that golden era of Pokemon in my opinion. But as always, appreciate you guys. Take care of yourselves. Life is way too dang short. Take care of your loved ones. Tell them you love them. Don't hold anything back. Take chances. Take risks. Because if you don't, what the hell's the point of living? So don't forget to take care of yourself first. But thank you guys for watching. Love you guys. And hopefully on the next one, we'll bring in some more heat and put a nice little ding into this first edition Team Rocket set. So love you guys. See you soon. 90s Pokemon Collector.